Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. This week we're going to be doing our weekly Forex analysis. This is going to be for June 17th up to the 21st. So it's going to be a little bit of slow this week, but we have 2 or 3 pairs that I want to talk about, which are looking pretty good. So let's get into the charts. All right, so first up we got Euro AUD. This is going to be basically the only pair on my list for this week that I have pretty high confidence in. And the reason why is because we have a clean shift of structure on the daily time frame. So previously we were looking for longs on Euro AUD simply because we had this double bottom, right? We had this double bottom here. We had a shift of structure, and then we came back retesting the neckline at this double bottom, looking for longs. So all throughout the weeks here, for the 1-2 weeks that was in this period, I told you guys look for longs, look for longs. There was some pretty good opportunity which you could have jumped on, right? There was like 1, 2, I think even a third opportunity earlier here. But now we are shifting bearish, so I'm looking for shorts basically. We have a big push downwards. We're breaking all down in the bearish direction. On the weekly time frame, very strong push downwards again, which is looking great. We have our fib sequence lined up. This may continue a little bit more, but probably not since we did have a nice wick here. So let's see if it does retrace back up. It'll create our weekly upper wick. Remember, we always want to wait for the wicks to kind of be made before the big move happens. So we have a nice retracement that we're looking for on the daily time frame, coming back to this kind of rejection candlestick at this area of interest, this market structure that was created, these lows. We are below our area of interest, so we're looking for sells, right? It's very important that we stick to that strategy, that kind of plan. We don't want to sell if we're above our area of interest. We're also going to be coming back, retesting our 0.382 zone on the fib sequence. Looking pretty good there. Next up is GBP USD. This one's a little bit of a higher risk trade for this week. I don't really think that we're going to be wicking down into this area of interest and then bouncing back up, which I would think is the highest probability trade. But what I'm going to be looking for this week is just a quick 4-hour higher low to be formed before taking a short. I think it's very clean here that we had a super strong push upwards, super strong push downwards, breaking all these lows. Now we are basically below our area of interest, still not entirely there, which is why I would like to see it kind of drop a little bit more before coming back. We wanted to retrace back into our area of interest. Like I just said on Euro AUD, we want it to be touching these lows, this low, this low, this low. Potentially our 4-hour EMA might reach around our area of interest by the time it comes back for our retracement, which would be great. And then we also have this 4-hour fib sequence, which looks like it could be pretty strong once it hits the 0.382 level. Once it hits the 0.382 with the 0.5, it's looking pretty strong for sells. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for this kind of a little bit of a higher risk trade, since it's not as clean, right? Like normally we want to be waiting for a stronger move on the daily, but this might just be a simple Monday morning kind of trade. And then eventually we'll wait for this stronger shift of structure on the 4-hour time frame once the daily kind of reaches this lower area of interest. This will be a little bit stronger. It looks very, very clean on the weekly. We have a very strong push upwards, breaking weekly market structure into the bullish direction. So having a nice lower time frame shift of structure at this area of interest would really, really help kind of form also this head and shoulders, right? We break market structure, retesting this market structure here, the area of interest, and also creating a nice head and shoulders on the weekly time frame. So that's what I'll be looking for GBP USD. But this will be definitely a little bit of a higher risk trade, so I might only trade 0.5% to 1% compared to my normal 2% that I do every time. Couple honorable mentions is GBP CAD. GBP CAD might be ready this week, but it's a little bit scary. I don't like how there's like this kind of rejection stick already, because we basically used this area as support already. Last week I was mentioning GBP CAD. We were waiting for a retracement back into our area of interest, and we did get a retracement, but it only respected this high very, very quickly. I would have liked to see it respect these highs as well, and we were waiting for a wick down into this area of interest if we were going to go long. Didn't happen, so we didn't place the trade. Is what it is. But now we'll just be waiting for another stronger retracement. But the thing is, by the time it does retrace back into this area of interest, a lot of the lower time frames, like the 4 hour, they're all going to be bearish, right? So it's going to take a little bit longer for the 4 hour to turn bullish, especially with the daily turning bearish as well. We want it to just make sure we have our time frames in sync, because that's very important when you're trying to swing trading. You want your 4 hour daily to sync up, your daily to weekly to sync up. Even better if they're all synced up in the same direction. GBP NZD, last week I mentioned to you guys that the only place I was going to take this trade was if we break above this area of interest. Thank God I stuck to my plan. We could just see that the week just completely rejected off of it. And it was looking pretty strong for longs as well. We have this big push upwards, breaking daily market structure into the bullish direction. It would be safe to assume that it's going to continue upwards, especially as such a strong push as this, right? But that just didn't happen. It just reversed the whole time. So no trade was placed, which is great. We didn't lose any money. We didn't make any money. It's fine. But yeah, same thing. We're still kind of waiting for this to break above, because technically daily is bullish now. So if we could create another strong push for maybe 1 or 2 weeks and then come back, retest this area of interest, which would be retesting our tops for this double-headed, or not double-headed shoulders, just for the head and shoulders here, right? Kind of like similar stuff I've been saying last week. Then it's looking very strong for longs. This may also look pretty good for shorts right now. If the daily turns bearish, then we'll also have like the 4 hour be bearish. So it may look decent for shorts as well. But for me right now, this week, probably not going to be trading GBP NZD. Just really waiting for a strong probability trade if it does break above this area of interest. And then last but not least is Euro USD. On the weekly, kind of similar to the other pair that I mentioned, we had a strong push upwards in the weekly direction, breaking market structure. Very, very nice, very clean. On the daily time frame, we're just kind of waiting for a shift of structure, but it'll be kind of difficult to get. So I think the best method would just be looking for one less lower shift of structure, which would be the 4 hour. So if we do get a 4 hour shift of structure here, then maybe potentially there might be opportunity for longs. But it's not as clean as I would like to, because there's just very, very strong bearish momentum, and I don't like to place a long position when you have huge red candlesticks like this, and then an abundance of blue candlesticks and bullish candlesticks like this, right? So it took how long to go from here to here, and then it took half as long, probably a quarter as long, to move the same direction, just in the bearish direction. So it's kind of like, you don't want to go against the wave, you want to kind of go with the wave. So it's not looking as clean. But yeah, basically quick recap: Euro AUD looking very strong this week. GBP USD looking pretty strong as well, just going to be a little bit of a counter trend trade until it does reach our lower area of interest. So that's pretty much it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was pretty much a quick one, but we only have 2 really strong pairs for this week, which happens. Just keep your mind steady. It's okay if we don't place any trades this week or even next week. Just gotta be patient, wait for the opportunities to line up, and then go in. So don't forget to leave an algorithmic like and comment so I can get more views. And also my link tree is in the bio, so you guys can see some stories that I post on my Instagram talking about these trades and when I'm getting into these positions and what I'm looking for. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.